Good evening, everyone, and welcome here to Homestead for round 6 of the 2020 schedule. Coming in this race weekend, if you are not following in the Discord down below, you are missing out on a lot of news coming into this race weekend. Last time out, Luke Martin won for the second time this season. He leads by a good margin over Dylan Schwellenberg. Coming into this race weekend, a lot of drama has ensued off the grid, and it involves Jordan Davis, our defending champion, and the Yamp Motorsports team leader of Bryce Ballard. Both of those drivers and owners are right now under investigation with the FBRL, and both Ballard and Davis have denied any comment towards the media for this race weekend, and the goal in mind is to win here at Homestead. You can follow in the Discord down below to get updates on that situation as it develops. And for this race weekend, rain has washed out all activities, which means the starting grid you are seeing is set by owner points, and Luke Martin and Dylan Schwellenberg will lead the field to green for this afternoon, and James Shelley, Matthew Rodriguez, Eric DeMax making up the top 5. Some drivers like Dejon Weeks and Dylan Young are going to have to come from the back of the field from being very low in the owner points. This race is chaotic, and with the Homestead, you can hold it nearly wide open. This racetrack, it allows for these drivers to go all out, and it's exciting to watch. Homestead, Florida, it's the first time we're racing here in a while. That isn't the season finale. Let's get down to the start of the race. As the field gets ready to make its run onto the racetrack, set and ready for round 6. Like mentioned, this is the first race at Homestead in a while, since it was not the championship race. This race has always been super exciting, and we're hoping for an exciting one. To get back from racing after some controversy off the track, the 3-time champion and Yamp Motorsports team owner is in. It has been a hectic week off the racetrack. We're hoping to return to some exciting racing on the track for this afternoon. Luke Martin with 2 wins on the season out of the first 5 races for CM Racing. Could you imagine CM Racing being where they are right now? They're having a great run. How is it going to fare here at Homestead? We are racing! Off turn number 2 for the first time today, Luke Martin with a great jump to start this one. Farther back, Dylan Schwellenberg got shoveled way up high, way out in the gray area there. That's not where you want to be. Eric DeMax way low on the inside, trying to get a run on Shelley. Not going to do anything there. Rodriguez with a great opening start. He's up on the outside of James Shelley, trying to take second place away. Dylan Schwellenberg has failed out of the picture, really. He is nowhere. He is deep out of the side of the top 10. Dylan Schwellenberg is falling backwards. 4 wide for second. Jake Bassinger, what a run here. He is loose off of turn 4. They're beating and banging further back. Bassinger gives way. Eric DeMax, who came so close to winning here in the season finale last year, he's in the 10 car. He's the inside of Shelley. Shelley has just had poor qualifying efforts, and with qualifying being rained out, he has started 3rd today. He is hanging in with these guys in the middle. His teammate Jordan Davis is there. Davis with what way to the inside, trying to thread the needle. 4 wide up turn 4 again. Davis and wow, Eric Rodriguez hitting the wall there. But Jordan Davis, a controversial week for him. He's shooting up the outside to the outside of Eric DeMax. These guys are all over each other. Rodriguez is to the middle again. Jeffrey Lynn in the 76. This looks like a race here at Daytona or Talladega. These guys are all over each other. And Lynn digging hard in the 76. Bassinger up the middle. Wow, what an opening start of the race. They're nearly beating off each other again. 4 wide again. Griffin leaning on Cody Lamas. They are 5 wide. Dejon Weeks, where is he came from? Oh, there they go. Ryan Griffin spinning round into Caleb Hoffman. Eric Burton's there. It was bound to happen, and there's a big crash. Johnny Gardner's involved. with Eric Burton spinning. Caleb Hoffman got a good piece of that. Michaels and Lockrow riding the wall. Wow, that, you could have seen that one coming. Adrenaline was pumping there with these drivers, and Ryan Griffin got the worst end of it. You could just sense something happening right there when Dejon Weeks went to the middle, or went to the inside, and they were 5 wide, and they closed up on Lamas, and Lamas spun him around. There wasn't nowhere for Lamas to go. Hoffman there probably did get the worst of that one. Gardner got the piece there. Gardner and Burton will be able to continue on. Same with Griffin, but Hoffman might be out of the race. Wow, what an opening start to this race. That was insane. That was really insane. Everybody is on pit road other than Jesse Turner. Turner and the 17 crew, they stayed out. Everyone is on pit road for some change of tires and top off of gas. Hearing there was an incident on pit road with Dejon Weeks. He got hit by Caleb Hoffman entering his pit, and then Eric Burton also entering his pit. Ended up sideswiping the 38. So Dejon Weeks, it has been a miserable 2020 season, and Dejon Weeks again has troubles in this race. Well, as we come back to the restart, Jesse Turner was the only driver to stay out. And that is an interesting call because at Kentucky, Jesse Turner's crew decided to take an odd call, and it didn't really pay off for them. And now they're doing an odd call again. We're going to see if it pays off this time. Turner will lead down Eric DeMax, Jake Bassinger, Ryan Acosta, Luke Martin, John Art, Matthew Rodriguez, Chris Dodd, Dylan Schwellenberg, and Jeffrey Lynn. Turner got a great jump on these guys, but a lot of drivers got some differing strategies, it seems like. Because Chris Dodd really jumped up the pecking order, and some drivers fell down the running order some. But Johnny Gardner in the 78 is off the pace massively in that 78 car. He just held up James Shelley, Jordan Fisher, Bobby Jones, and all of these guys by a long margin. Meanwhile, back at the front, it is Jesse Turner. His teammate Jake Bassinger is sitting there in second. Ryan Acosta, Matthew Rodriguez, Luke Martin. That is the top 5. And these drivers trying to get away and get a distance from everybody else because the draft is sort of important. Here at Homestead, you can get such a great run on somebody by getting a draft off of them. The CM Racing cars are there. Ryan Acosta looking to make a move on Jake Bassinger. Dylan Schwellenberg, Chris Dodd, Eric DeMax, Jeffrey Lynn are the top 10 as of now, with Jordan Davis, DJ Curtis, Zachary Fitzwater, and Jeff James. Those are the guys up there in the lead mix, with James Shelley and all these guys trying to reel them in. Race for the lead. Here comes Jake Bassinger to the inside of his teammate. A Ford has not won a race in the first 5 races so far in 2020, which has been sort of surprising. And the Turner Performance drivers of Turner and Bassinger would love to get the victory lane here at Homestead. Jesse Turner won his first Sony Cup Series race back here in 2015 at this racetrack in a photo finish. And Bassinger in the 97 looking to get his first win of the season to the inside of Turner. He goes to the lead. And problems for Dylan Young. Dylan Young enters this race pretty much 30th in owner points. And Dylan Young looks like he's going to lead this race with only 1 point to his name. And Dylan Young, this has just been a miserable year for Yamp Motorsports, all things considering. Matthew Rodriguez, one of the hometown heroes. This is his home state. And Matthew Rodriguez, along with a few other drivers, are hungry to win here at Homestead. You can think of a few of them like Dylan Schwellenberg and Cody Lamas. There's many drivers that consider this race a big race for them as they would love to get a victory. Rodriguez has not won since 2018 at Atlanta. And there he is in the number 9, working his way around Jake Bassinger and getting to the lead. And Johnny Gardner and Eric Burton in the 78 and 28. There are going to be lap cars that are going to be hard to deal with for this race because they are off the pace. And to the inside of Jake Bassinger, there is Jesse Turner. Seems like it's not hurting him much, but what will hurt him much maybe is the lap cars. It doesn't hurt him at all. It will hurt Jake Bassinger. He drops a couple of positions as Rodriguez gets around both of them. Oh, Eric Burton not being the best of old teammates there for Jesse Turner. Turner getting held up massively, and here comes Dodd. Here comes Bassinger. Art's worked his way around as well. Many drivers just got around Jesse Turner. Rodriguez, or Acosta as well. So Turner gave him a little swipe there in turn 3. So he lost a handful of positions. It is Rodriguez, Schwellenberg, Art, and Dodd. Caution flag is out on the speedway. Hayden Klein, the Season 4 champion, has been in trouble in that car. I don't know how he's driving it away. You can just see that right rear tire hanging out. And Hayden Klein, his race is done. Here's what happened. He ran up on Eric Burton, and Burton, oh, that's kind of a tough call to make there. But he ran up on Burton so fast, and there's Vince Freeze there in the 12 that ran into the back of him as well. And that was a pretty hard lick there to the outside wall when Hayden Klein bounced around because that car is wadded up. Okay, so we're under caution, and Jesse Tunner again is staying out. What an odd call this is. So Jesse Tunner and team, is Dylan Schwellenberg got an issue? Dylan Schwellenberg in the 88 has pulled to the apron to the bottom side of the racetrack. And Dylan Schwellenberg, who had jumped Matthew Rodriguez on pit stops. John Art there had a good stop there for CM Racing. But Dylan Schwellenberg may have an issue there in the 88. Such an odd call that the 17 team is trying to make. They haven't pitted yet, and they're going to have to pit soon. And I'm not sure when they're going to pit or what they're shooting for exactly. But Jesse Tunner is going to lead the field to green again over Dylan Schwellenberg. Schwellenberg has pulled back up in line, and we're going to see if he's got any sort of issues. Turner with another great break. The Turner car can really get up and go. Schwellenberg didn't get up and going there. Lap cars are holding up the field once again. They could plague these drivers once again. Turner's to pit road. I do not understand this call at all by the Turner team. And Turner's going to overdrive the part of the track there. 2 weeks in a row, I'm lost. I'm lost on this call by the Turner team. And Jesse Tunner, I don't understand this one. John Art has taken over the race, leading the 3 Chevy. He has worked his way around Dylan Schwellenberg, and with Jesse Tunner pitting, the 3 car is out front. Rodriguez is under fire, though. He's getting around Dylan Schwellenberg, and Chris Dodd's there. Dodd, Curtis, Bassinger are all there with Acosta and Martin. Jordan Fisher there in the 2 car in the Interstate Batteries color. And then further back for 10th place, Eric DeMax is in 10th. They got held up by the lap cars. Some intense, frantic racing at the front of the pack. John Art continuing to fend off the challenges on the high side. Art has been frustrated in the first 5 races of this season, seeing that the teammate of Luke Martin having such great success and then Art not being able to amount to the same success. Art has wanted to do the same thing, and here he is out front Homestead, round 6, doing a whale of a job right now trying to control this race. But how about Ryan Acosta has just flew out of nowhere here, and here he is side by side with the lead, taking the lead at the line, and Acosta has just flown out of the middle there of that pack and into the lead. Lap cars continue to be a big factor. Eric Burton and Johnny Gardner has held up these guys just enough, and man, that has really hindered the pace of some of these guys. Front 3 have broke away. How about DJ Curtis? Haven't talked about him much. He is now up to 3rd place because of the lap cars of Johnny Gardner and Eric Burton holding up these guys. John Art looking to take the lead back away from Ryan Acosta there. But DJ Curtis has entered the frame. The 2-time champion looking to get racing for the lead. And DJ Curtis has been kind of frustrated that his team has not been able to have the same success as well. And Curtis Racing has had a pretty good Hardee's National Series program. They've been solid in the Cup Series before, but not been able to race for wins like the CM Racing guys have done so far in 2020. Curtis, though, up here in the midst of things for the win. Right now, it continues to be a big battle back and forth between Acosta and John Art as they race for the lead off of turn 2, as they're going to run through the field like quick. DJ Curtis, Jake Bassinger, Luke Martin, that's the top 5, with Chris Dodd, Dylan Schwellenberg, Eric DeMax, Jordan Davis, and Matthew Rodriguez. That is your top 10 with further back, Jordan Fisher, Jeffrey Lynn, Kyle Collins, Bobby Jones, Zachary Fitzwater, Jeff James, James Shelley, Zayden Davidson, Cody Lamas, and Ryan Griffin with that back end there. He is still digging. He's in the top 20. Then James Sorfox, Carson Scott, Alexander Rowe, Daniel Bouchard. What a run for Bouchard right now. And then Charles Sanford, Jack Halleck, Richard Johnson, Dom Cap, Sean Harpo, Dejon Weeks, another miserable run. We documented his issues on pit stops earlier. That's affected his race car. He's in 30th. Jake West, Doug Lockrow, Nick Piercles. The 08 of Hayden Klein is out there. He's actually still running. I'm surprised he's still out there. They repaired that car pretty well for the 08. Then it is Joshua Michaels, Austin Murray in the 70 there, and then the 12 there. Vince Murray's the last on the lead lap, but they are 4 wide for the lead here. Jake Bassier, what has happened here? These guys are all over each other. Look at them leaning on each other. Dodd has gotten to the quarter panel. Curtis, he held on to that thing. What a big race for the leads going on right now. Here's a replay of how this all started. You see the 3 and the 45 were broke up by the 8 of DJ Curtis. Jake Bassier was getting in the mix of it as well. Look at him squeeze up the middle. This was insane. When we cut away to it, 3 cars side by side for the lead, and then John Hart took a peek to make it 4 wide with Dodd and Martin there as well. What intense, frantic race in the front. Luke Martin trying to cover off Eric DeMax there, and look at this move by Dodd to get into the corner panel of Curtis, and they held on to it. 2 Chevys at the front of the pack continue to race super aggressively with each other. Nobody wanting to give an inch. Everybody just wants to take right now, and we're just closing in on halfway in this race. It is John Hart, DJ Curtis, Eric DeMax, Chris Dodd, Jake Bassinger the top 5, but it is anybody's race. 3 wide for the lead. Here comes Eric DeMax in his Toyota Camry, trying to split up the Chevys. Look at Chris Dodd trying to make a move in the middle there. Couldn't find any room. Jake Bassinger is going to make it 4 wide. Unbelievable. They're 4 wide into turn 3. Homestead, Florida brings such exciting racing. These guys are able to just lean on each other and just be this close and hang on to it. Running in disaster right now. They are just flirting with disaster right now, really. DJ Curtis is out front and leading the way. Pit stops are going to happen here soon. There goes Ryan Acosta. He's to pit road. Some more drivers are coming down to pit road. Some driver stays out. Eric DeMax is looking to take the lead. However, caution flag is out. Alexander Rowe and Jack Halleck, they have spun trying to get on the access road. And now the caution flag is out, and this could change everything. Okay, this is shaking up a lot of things. DJ Curtis is in the lead. Jordan Fisher's in second. Luke Martin third. Eric DeMax, Jordan Davis, Cody Lamas, John Arndt, Matthew Rodriguez, Chris Dodd, Jake Bassinger, the top 10. Davidson, Fitzwater, Shelley, Collins, Jones, Acosta, Silverfox, Schwellenberg, Griffin, Johnson. Then Dom Caps, Scott, Lynn, Harpo, Bouchard, Pierre-Calise, James, Turner, Halleck, West, Sanford, Rowe, Weeks. That is the guys on the lead lap as we come to near 45 laps to go. An engine has let go, and whoa, a big crazy shenanigans at the start of this one. Another engine has let go, and Jake West has rear-ended the 90 of Jack Halleck, and Eric Burton in the 28 has just let go an engine. That is the second Yant Motorsports car that has let go today. They're racing back to the start-finish line. They are 3-1 for this spot, and for the lead, Jordan Fisher is going to get it. Wow, before we get a replay of that, Curtis and Martin are pitting, but Fisher's going to stay out. And whoa, Eric DeMax had to get on brakes. Davis is in. Some guys are staying out, like John Arndt there. Cody Lamas in the 4 car. Looks like he has had some damage there from that restart. Here's how it looked. Eric Burton was the lead car of the lap cars there, and getting up the gears, he just blew up Michaels, the 70. John Arndt got a piece of that as well, and then 28 didn't get hit at all, but the 90 of Halleck got rear-ended by Jake West. Here's how that happened. Everybody was checking up, but Halleck got rear-ended by West, who couldn't check up in time. Man, oh man, that caution flag shook up the race. It is Fisher Arndt, Bassinger, Shelley, Jones, Silver Fox, West, Weeks, the top 8. They all stayed out. Everyone else came down pit road, got some tires and gas. How about Jake West, North Borders Motorsports up there inside the top 7 and the top 10 right now. But oh boy, this thing's gonna change here. Jordan Fisher is gonna bring the field to green. When we come back to the line, it'll be 32 laps to go, and these guys might have to pit again. The green flag is out, but the black flag is out. It's on somebody. Jordan Fisher brings us back to the green. There's DJ Curtis in the 8 car. Oh boy, some guys. Shelley looked like he was going to come to pit road, but that was just a very defensive line by Shelley. And Jones is going to take advantage of that very shallow entrance by the 71 to get by him. They're 4 wide to try to get around Doug Lockrow. That's the first of the leaders, first of the guys with fresher tires there. DJ Curtis with Luke Martin, Chris Stodd's there as well. These guys might be in a good position to go the rest of the way. However, we don't know if they can make it on 32 laps of tires and gas. Curtis and them, they're hoping they can. For the lead, though, Jake Bassinger to the inside of Jordan Fisher, taking the lead away. Bassinger's looked strong all race, and same with John Arndt. He has moved his way back up to 3rd and reeling these guys in. Surprisingly, though, Jake West is holding his own in the 26. He's still right there in 7th place, and he's keeping DJ Curtis back a good bit. But Curtis has now got the preferred groove and is going to move his way to the inside of the 26 of Jake West. West is a defending Hardy's National Series champion in a ride that's possibly not the best one out there and struggles out there to get points. But West is now getting shuffled, but it's good to see him getting screen time. Bobby Jones senses an opportunity in this race, but Jones will have to pit again. Same with Arndt, Fisher, Bassinger, all these guys that stayed out, they will pit again, and they're just banking that everyone else is going to have to pit as well. Of the guys that are questionable that can make it the rest of the distance, DJ Curtis is the first of those guys. Rodriguez and the 13 of Davidson, they just beat off each other there. Remember, these guys are going to get antsy as Chris Dodd, the 2019 Daytona 500 champion, he is second of the guys that have tires and gas. He's looking to get around DJ Curtis. John Arndt, though, doesn't look like he is as good as he was early in the race, as he just got passed by Bobby Jones, and now looks to get passed by James Shelley. James Silverfox for the Monster Energy Racing cars. They are looking very good. Silverfox on a different strategy here. He is holding his own right now in 6th place, and further back, Dodd and DeMax has worked his way around DJ Curtis. John Arndt is being held up massively by Johnny Gardner, and he is free falling through the field. He cannot go anywhere. He is picked behind the 78 car. Bobby Jones looking to work on another race car. Now, it is very important to note that the 8 drivers that stayed out, they have no choice but to pit again. But further back, Eric DeMax and Chris Dodd, they are borderline. If they can make it the rest of the way on gas, they could possibly make it. But if not, these guys further up, Bobby Jones, Jordan Fisher, Jake Bassinger, they are hoping they have to pit again, and they might be in the catbird seat to maybe steal this away and get the victory off of strategy. Oh, contact further back! Zayden Davidson's around, and the caution flag is going to fly again. Sliding back up the racetrack, everybody trying to miss him. And he gets back and going. Oh, road darts to the inside. But Zayden Davidson's race is over, and the caution flag is out. And there goes all the strategy that was going to play on if guys were going to be able to make it all the way on fuel. The caution flag flies yet again. For Bassinger, Fisher, and Jones, this strategy of staying out has benefited them in some way, as they are up to 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. They have not been there. At least Fisher and Jones haven't been there all race, and they're in the prime position in the closing laps to make it all the way on the end and race for the victory today. There's a replay. Curtis just gets in the left rear corner panel with Davidson racing with him. And Davidson from a top 10 finish possibly to out of the race. How about that? James Silverfox, a big strategy call for the Monster Energy Racing team. I think they went the right side tires and they left pit road first. But we're hearing that the 77 crew had problems leaving pit road, and you're going to see it. Dejon Weeks, even more damage now, ran in the back bumper, the 77, when he was getting gas only. Possibly a brilliant call turned bad, leaving pit road for James Orfox. That damage is going to inadvertently hurt him in the chance to win this race. Is Chris Dodd second, Eric DeMax third, DJ Curtis fourth, Jordan Fisher fifth. Then it is Bassinger, Collins, Jones, Shelley, Acosta, the top 10. Who is going to win here at Homestead? We're about 14 laps away from deciding it all as we are back racing again. Silver Fox has got like a parachute slowing everybody down there in the 77. He's going to have to come down pit road. The 77 of Silver Fox gives up the lead, and Chris Dodd takes the race lead. Lap cars further back has held up a lot of these guys. Austin Murray, Hayden Klein, Vince Freeze, they have held up a handful of drivers, and this is going to be the scrap for 10th place. Luke Martin, who has finished inside the top 10 every race now. He is in the top 10, but not for long. Dylan Schwellenberg takes that 10th place away as the front 9 drivers get away. It is Eric DeMax versus Chris Dodd here for the win with 12 laps to go. But here comes DJ Curtis. DJ Curtis to the inside. Curtis trying to take a beat to the inside of Eric DeMax. DeMax was so good here last year. And Jake Bassinger has been good all day. There he is. DeMax, Curtis, Bassinger, Dodd, Fisher, Collins, Jones, Lynn, and James Shelley. Is there some issues down in turn 1? Possibly. Doug Lockrow looks like he's been in some trouble. Here's what happened with Doug Lockrow. He just all of a sudden slowed down out of nowhere, and the caution flag did not fly for this, as Lockrow was able to get it fired back up. But Jake Bassinger, one of the best cars all day, looking to get Ford their first win of 2020 for the Cup Series. And Jake Bassinger draws a nail, draws alongside of that 10 car. First time we're seeing that paint scheme for the 10 car. And DeMax wants to park it in victory circle. He wants to get his 3rd win of the season. Curtis and Bassinger looking for their first of the season. A lot of these drivers up here just looking for their first win of the year. And Bassinger's out front with 8 laps to go. DJ Curtis looking to get 2nd place away from Eric DeMax. As they come back to the line, it'll be 6 laps of racing to go. DJ Curtis for Curtis Racing, they're looking for their first ever Sony Cup Series win tonight, and Curtis is in the prime position to possibly get it done. And Curtis is a very well-experienced driver, 2-time champion. He has won in the series 18 times, looking for his 19th win. Jake Bassinger, I think, is aiming for his 14th career win. Chris Dodd, 3 wide mix there with Eric DeMax and Jordan Fisher. DeMax and Fisher, both very young drivers, hungry for a race win. Fisher got his first win last year. Bobby Jones has never won in the Sony Cup Series. He's looking to make it 4 wide to the inside of Jordan Fisher. Jeffrey Lynn, James Shelley, Kyle Collins, they are in the mix, but they are running out of time. Bassinger has only really one challenger right now. It is DJ Curtis. Johnny Gardner may play a role. Bassinger swings way high to try and get around Johnny Gardner, and Gardner is a good enough lap car to get out of the way of the leaders. The front 2 is really going to come down to the front 2 right now. Chris Dodd, Eric DeMax, they are 3rd and 4th, but Johnny Gardner's going to hold up Eric DeMax and Jordan Fisher. There goes Jones, there goes Shelley. But with 3 laps of racing to go, Jake Bassinger leads over DJ Curtis. 2 champions of the series are going to duke it out. Does DJ Curtis have enough speed to be able to get around that number 97? Bassinger has just looked so good for this race. It looks like Ford could possibly get their first win of the season tonight, but Chevy is looking to continue. What an amazing season they've had after losing Mace Enterprises last year, their main Chevy team that they have focused on a lot. With 2 laps of racing to go, further back, race for 3rd. Bobby Jones to the inside of Chris Dodd. James Shelley there in the 71. What a great race for him. He's going to move to 2nd in points. DJ Curtis going to the inside. I think he was trying to go to pit road. And second place run for DJ Curtis is going to hand it over. And Luke Martin's going to move into the top 10 because of that. But Jake Bassinger takes the white flag. Tough break for DJ Curtis. Caution flag is out. Caution flag is out. They're racing back to the start-finish line. And Jake Bassinger, with no challenger, is going to round turn 3 and 4. And Jake Bassinger is going to take the win here at Homestead, Florida. Bassinger wins. A crash down the front straightaway that possibly was involved with DJ Curtis. Bobby Jones gets second place. Third place is James Shelley. Eric DeMax gets fourth. Chris Dodd gets fifth. Kyle Collins and Jeffrey Lynn, the Horizon Group cars, get sixth and seventh. Eighth is Jordan Fisher. Ninth, Dylan Schwellenberg. And Luke Martin continues his top 10 streak. No, it was not with DJ Curtis. Curtis finished 28th. Tough break for DJ Curtis. I don't even know what happened. Here's what happened with Curtis. He was going to come to pit road. So something was amiss with the 8 car. He missed that access road like many people had all race. And Curtis came down pit road at the very end of it and gave up second place. Whatever issue it was costly. And wrecked down the front straightaway, put us under caution to end this race. Here it was, race for 16th place between John Art and Matthew Rodriguez. And the 78 just comes right up in front of the 9 of Matthew Rodriguez. Dom Capps, Alexander Road, Jack Halleck were all involved. And that was going to end the race under caution. But luckily, Bassinger was able to take it under caution. But Matthew Rodriguez, he loses a handful of positions after that. He was running 16th, and he's going to finish a little ways down because of that. And that's costly championship points for the number 9 team. Dom Capps lost a handful of points as well, as the race would end under caution, but taking the caution flag to end the race, Jake Bassinger is victorious for the 14th time in his career. The number 97 team, Ford, is back in victory lane. So all the manufacturers by round 6 have all won a race for 2020. Jake Bassinger wins at Homestead. Let's get you to it. Well, hold on. Let's run you through the top 10 like we mentioned. What we already did. Jones, Shelley, DeMax, Dodd, Collins, Lynn, Fisher, Schwellenberg, and Martin, the top 10. Congratulations to all of them on getting very good points for today. And congratulations on Bassinger winning again. And let's get you to the rest of our finishing results and the championship standings.